Now, Peter Zalmayev is the director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative and joins me now from Kiev. Peter, talk us through just the significance of this prisoner swap taking place today.
Well, the prisoner swap is part of Mr. Zelensky, the new president's platform to try to, move towards some sort of a rapprochement with Russia. And this is going to be already a second such swap. And he's trying to show it to his electorate that these are signs of progress, even though these swaps, especially the last one, the current one that is happening now as we speak, is very dubious. As you mentioned earlier, the number is very different. Russians are going to get more than the Ukrainians, but even more importantly, and this is something that's causing a lot of tension here internally in Ukraine among the citizens, is that several from the ones that Ukraine will be releasing to Russia apparently or are alleged to have taken part in shooting and killing the demonstrators on the Maidan 5 years ago. This is something that is troubling to a lot of folks here. A lot are saying that Ukraine is getting a bad deal, and Putin is going to be able to show to his people that, look, we're getting back our people, our fighters. So this is a very, very questionable deal, I think.
And talk to us a bit more about the reaction there in Ukraine about the prisoner swap. As you mentioned, it's causing quite a lot of tensions.
Yes, well, obviously, there's that 25–30% part of the population that did not vote for Zelensky, that voted for Poroshenko. They are the people who continue to cause trouble for the current president. They show up in pretty large numbers on the Maidan. They showed up on the Maidan right before Zelensky met with Putin during the Normandy talks in Paris a few weeks ago. So they're not going away anywhere. And even though numerically there are fewer of those than those who voted for Zelensky, there are much more mobilized, coherent group. And they think that this kind of swap is, once again, plays into the hands of Putin. Putin has, sold his population on the idea that Russians do not leave their own fighters behind. And this is, like I said, this is an opportunity for him to show, look, they did their duty on the Maidan. We're getting them back. And so these Ukrainians that I mentioned, they're suspecting that Zelensky does not care about the Maidan, does not care about the memory of the Maidan, does not care to investigate into what happened, who killed whom. And to be very fair, during the 5 years of Poroshenko's presidency, that has not been properly investigated. So I'm not willing to put all the blame on Zelensky, but I'm just saying that this is a very contentious issue in Ukraine.
Peter, thank you so much for explaining that background to us. Peter Zalmayev, director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative. Thank you.